Picture yourself checking your pension one morning and wondering if you're getting everything you're owed. Here's some good news you can actually use. From 1st July 2026, if you're a single homeowner, you can hold an extra $11,500 in assets and still receive the full age pension compared with a year earlier, according to Services Australia rate tables. That change happens automatically. But here's the part most people miss. If your details with Centrelink are out of date, you may never actually see it. So here's exactly what changed. The full single age pension is now $1,290 per fortnight for the period from 20th March to 19th September 2026. And that includes your pension and energy supplements per Services Australia. On top of that, the asset and income test thresholds were indexed upward again on the 1st of July 2026. If you've never quite kept up with these numbers, that's completely normal. The system doesn't make them easy to track. That's exactly what I'm here to make simple for you. Here's why this matters for you personally. If you're a single homeowner, your full pension asset threshold rose from $321,500 in July 2025 to $333,000 in July 2026. If you're part of a homeowner couple, your combined limit lifted from $481,500 to $499,000, according to Services Australia. And this is where it gets genuinely interesting, because the assets test cuts your pension by $3 a fortnight for every $1,000 over the limit. A higher threshold puts real money straight back in your pocket. So who does this help most? If you're a part pensioner or a homeowner sitting near the asset limits, this is squarely aimed at you. As a single homeowner, you can now hold $11,500 more. And as a homeowner, couple $17,500 more before any reduction kicks in, per Services Australia figures. With the taper at $3 per fortnight for every $1,000 over the line, those higher limits translate straight into a bigger fortnightly payment for you. But hold on, because the next number shows you exactly what that's worth in dollars. Here's the number that actually matters to you. Let me run it a few ways. If you're on the lower end of this, modest balances just over the old line, you might gain a smaller amount. In the middle, a typical single homeowner combining the higher asset threshold, the larger income-free area, and corrected deeming on her actual balances, gained about $63.50 more per fortnight, roughly $1,651 a year, based on Services Australia rules for 2026. And if you've got more assets in play near the thresholds, the gain from getting your records right can be even larger. Now, I want to be honest with you, because this is the part nobody makes clear. These higher thresholds only help you if Centrelink actually has your current figures. And deeming rates rose by 0.5 percentage point from 20th March 2026, confirmed by National Seniors Australia. If your recorded balances are higher than your real ones, Centrelink can overestimate your income and quietly reduce your pension by hundreds or even thousands a year, without you ever realizing. And if you haven't updated your details in a while, that's not a failure on your part. Most people simply aren't told it matters this much. So here's exactly what to do, and you can start today. First, log into MyGov and compare your current age pension rate against the July 2026 thresholds. Remember, as a single homeowner, you can hold up to $333,000, and as a couple up to $489,000, and still get the full pension per Services Australia. Then update your assets, income and super balances. Finally, run the official Services Australia rate estimator to check whether your real payment matches what you should actually be getting. It takes about 20 minutes, and the next number shows you why it's worth every one of them. Here's what makes that 20 minutes worth it. If you're a single homeowner still stuck on the old threshold, $11,500 over, you'd lose about $34.50 a fortnight, or roughly $897 a year, under the Services Australia assets taper. That's real money quietly disappearing from your payment simply because one record was never updated. and it's completely fixable. The moment you correct it, that money comes back. So what's coming next for you? Age pension rates are indexed twice a year, on 20 March and 20 September, while the asset and income test limits update each 1st of July, according to Services Australia. That means your next rate review lands on 20th September 2026. Here's the practical takeaway. If you get your records current now, you'll automatically capture every increase the moment it arrives, instead of chasing it later. If you've made it this far, you now know something a lot of retirees don't, exactly how these thresholds work and how to make sure you're getting your full entitlement. Your one action today is simple. Log into MyGov and check your rate against the new limits. And if you want to stay ahead of every age pension, super and Centrelink change, as it happens, that's exactly what we cover here. I'm Alex. I'll see you in the next one.